what's what emotions been like the last couple of days since the last?
Yeah, I think like anyone, I think we're extremely disappointed, uh, and I think we have to look honestly in the mirror and and realize we didn't get the job done. I think that's the way you move forward is you take it on the chin and you reflect and remember this feeling and put it towards what it's going to allow you to become better from it. So I mean it's been a really emotional few days for every guy, with everything that's at stake here and what we felt like we had with this group and uh, you know I think it'll take some time where you start to see the bright side of things if there ever is. Um, but it doesn't take away from this group. I think that's the result. It's a results business, and we didn't get the job done. So we're disappointed for ourselves and the work we put in and our fan base and the excitement that we created this year with the run we went on and not getting it done hurts. But I know it doesn't take away from what this group's accomplished and what we've bonded over all year long. And we talked about a special group. It doesn't take away from that. It is a special group and will continue to be. And we have to make sure we keep sight of that as well.
What do you think turned out to be the difference over the course of that 7-game series?
We just didn't execute. I mean, really, look at the difference of our turnovers to their success and scoring goals off of some of our plays, and they made us pay, and we didn't. Right? You go up 3-1 in the series, you got to find a way to put the nail in the coffin, and for whatever reason, all year long we've been that team that's done that, and we didn't get adjusted. So you got to give them credit first, but then look at ways you can improve and then try to figure out, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think anyone has an answer. Otherwise, I'm sure you've heard this comment before, but if we did, we probably would have fixed it and been playing tonight. So, this is a hard one for everybody in the room, but we know that we didn't get the job done, and there's no excuse for that. Like the fans aren't going to want to hear some excuse of, oh, this happened, that we didn't get the job done. So we all have to take it on the chin and realize that it's not acceptable, and this group definitely expected more out of ourselves, and that's going to be the hardest thing to take into the summer.
What has been your message to the team as guys have been trying to process what happened?
Well, I think the biggest thing is you got to find, in any failure, it really only is a failure if you didn't learn from it. So I think I tell every guy that, and every guy I think is realizing that you gotta work through the emotions of this and then find a way to come out on the other side a better version of yourself. And that's obviously what it's going to take for our group to move forward. I mean, you can use this as a springboard, and you can look at other teams that have gone through heartaches and heartbreaks like we've gone through and have become better, have become Stanley Cup champions because of it, or better players or better versions of themselves. So that's the message in here. I mean, that's what you have to do as a pro and as an athlete. There's only one team that wins a cup every year, so all those other players and all those other teams are looking for ways to improve, and we're one of those now. Where we really thought we had what it took to become a champion. We didn't get it done, so you look internally. All right, what can we do better? And that won't be answered today. It'll be over the course of a summer and putting into your training, putting into your mindset, getting mentally tougher and ready to battle again. So. That's probably the hardest part.
How bad do you personally, what comes next? Do you have any indication of whether you might?
No, I mean, I think that's probably the most emotional part too. Is not really knowing what's going to happen here. I think there's no secret. I love it here. I've bonded with these guys, and we've gone through a lot. And I felt like I've given what I can to this group, and I hope to come back and finish what we started. So that's my biggest thing. I don't know. I can't control what Sweens and Cam and the staff decide. I think it's the feeling's mutual. I just got to try to figure out something, but we'll see how that goes. But I obviously would prefer to come back, and especially with the way things ended and what I foresee for this group. There's still a lot of great players, and it's hard to see because there's going to be change, but you hope to be a part of it and rectify what went wrong this year.
You're talking in with Wheeze and so. Do you feel like that you'll still be part of this? You feel does it feel like more than that?
I can't think any other way. When I'm so committed to this group that I can't say, in the past that this is all of us right now, and I would love to stay and I still feel like I'm a part of this team and a big part of this team and can help this team, and so yeah, it's a hard one to answer because there's so much unknown going into this off season, but I hope to be standing here again in
If
fall.
If it's not this group, or you still want to play though?
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. I still feel like I have lots to give, and especially with the motivation of this year going into the summer, I think it'll only burn the fire inside me even more.
Swings offer some optimism there. I mean, he's really tied up against it with the Cavs.
Yeah, I think there's a mutual respect for what I bring and what I can bring to this group, and I think we've talked about that. It's obviously going to just be shaken out as the year goes on, but just to at least know that there's mutual interest is a good feeling.
So have there been discussions between management and
It's a good sign, eh? Things just got worse here, huh?
end of season availability?
Not really, not as of right now. No, I mean we hope to probably have those conversations when we get to that point, but I can't really give you. I don't think we were expecting to have these conversations right now. So as it goes on, we'll I'm sure get into more dialogue.
Health-wise, how is everything?
Feel 100%. Yeah. So it's tough to not being on that game 7 and and we'll have to watch. And I care a lot about this group. We've been through a lot, and you want nothing more than to be out there with them at that time. So that one will eat at me a little bit, but it's not going to change who I am or how I approach things. It's only going to make me better, and I'm looking forward to putting that into my off season.
Did dealing with Florida's forecheck feel like a fire drill at times?
Yeah, you get them credit. I mean, yeah, they definitely took advantage of I don't want to say
Sorry, Fliggy.
this is such an ideal thing for you guys, eh?
You planted something?
Yeah. My wife pulled it at the perfect time. I don't know if we're
Thanks,
even.
Fliggy.
No worries. Yeah, thanks.